we should be live. Yes, Jared, we noticed your question a couple minutes ago. Yeah, you did win. We're just waiting on Bush to come back. He went upstairs quickly for a second, but I can handle questions between then. So next question. Almond is like, I'm currently starting Mike Evans, CD, and Michael Thomas. If Thomas doesn't play, I have Justin Jefferson. What if Thomas plays? What do I do? So Thomas this week, I mean, if he plays, I feel like you do have to start him. The only problem is I also really like Justin Jefferson. But yeah, I mean, it was scheduled at 7:15. It goes live automatically.
Shit, okay.
But I mean, you can contribute now. I haven't really even answered the question yet. He's talking about Evans, CD, and Thomas. If Thomas plays, honestly, even if Thomas plays, to be quite honest, I would just start Justin Jefferson against the Seahawks. Safer play, in my opinion, and ultimately, any receiver that basically has gone against the Seahawks is absolutely smashed. So to save yourself a headache, I'd probably just even start Jefferson straight up, to be quite honest. What are your thoughts on that?
I can't contribute right now.
You're good. Pick 3, Mixon, Carson, McKinnon, Davis, Hunt. So Davis against the Falcons is a lock, in my opinion. And the other two I would go with are, Hunt's there too. I would go with Davis, Hunt, and Mixon there for you, Ahmed. Jeremy says, I have Mike Evans, DK, CeeDee Lamb, Hollywood Brown, and Fuller. Who should I start? How many do you need to start? You can start 2, 3, 4 ultimately if you have 2 flexes. It all depends. Like how many positions can you start there, Jeremy? Let me know in the comments. I was first to chat. Yeah, you won. You were first in the chat today. Greg says, should I play Ronald Jones since Fournette is now active? I would still start Rojo again. Fournette was kind of a last second throw in to the lineup last second for the Buccaneers. So I would still feel comfortable with Ronald Jones ultimately getting a good enough workload to at least at least be a top 24 guy. So Jeremy says 3. So the 3 that he's mentioning, so he can start up to 3 with Evans, DK, CeeDee Lamb, Hollywood Brown, and Fuller. So the 3 I would personally go with. Again, Evans kind of banged up, and he does have a pretty tough matchup against, I'm assuming Jalen Johnson will be on him. You can check that via PFF.
Fuller.
It is Fuller? So yeah. who would Jalen Johnson be on? Because he's been their best corner this year. Where? Oh, okay, fair. So take that for what you will. But either way, I would probably still go with DK, CD, and Fuller personally. I mean, you wouldn't? Who would you bench out of this?
Over Fuller.
I don't know if I can bench Fuller, especially the way he's been playing, and he's going up against.
Evans is the league leader in touchdowns. Why are you benching him?
I mean, like he's had touchdowns really bail out his stat line so far. You know that, but
not really.
I mean, that 1 for
game,
1 and more.
But not like last game. He played fine. He was hurt. He was more hurt last game than he is now.
It's fair. Okay, yeah. So if you're going to bench between Evans and Fuller, then start Evans. But DK and CD, in my opinion, are the 2 locks in those lineups. The decision for me would come down between Evans and Fuller. I was first to chat. Did I win? Yeah, we got there. Blake, with this Fournette news that he's active, should I still be starting Rojo? Other options are Debo, Justin Jackson. Yeah, I would still start Rojo over those options in a full PPR.
Debo's close.
Yeah. I don't know. He's still coming off injury. I mean, he was kind of using a partial role, which we kind of expected last week. I kind of want to see him in a full role for at least 1 week before I put him back into my lineup, unless it's like
I'm comfortable putting him in my lineup this week, but if you have an option like Ronald Jones.
Yeah, like a Rojo. Yeah, like if
I'm comfortable putting him in my lineup because I think last week was his pitch count week. I don't think he's going to be on a pitch count again.
Like if you're comparing him between the options of Jackson and Harris, I would take him there. But because you have Rojo and because he's pretty much got a locked in workload for tonight, I would definitely start Rojo over him. Make sure by the way, if you start Rojo, make sure you put him in your RB2 slot because you want to free up that flex spot for later games in case anything happens last night.
Did you see the Tuesday thing?
Yeah. Broncos Pats. Yeah.
I don't know what to do, man. So I have Logan Thomas, right?
Yeah.
I guess I'll know by then. Never mind. I was gonna say I have Jonnu, right?
Oh,
sorry. Should I wait to play Jonnu, or should I play Logan Thomas? But by Sunday, I should know if I'm able to play Jonnu or not.
Not to mention, I thought you were talking about the Broncos Pats that got moved to Monday night as well because 2 games got moved. That game I doubt it's gonna play. I significantly dropped a lot of the Bills and Titans players in my rankings. Yeah, but I'm like if there's any positive test between now and Tuesday, they're going to cancel the game is what I heard.
What are they going to do with it? Are they going to extend it to week 18 or some shit?
They could do that, or to be honest, at this point, if the Titans keep fucking up the schedule the way they have been, Well, what I heard is apparently the league's considering taking harsh action against them, and that includes suspending both Robinson and Vrabel and stripping them of a first-round pick, is what I heard, and fining them $10 million. That was tweeted. So I can send you that after as well. But like, if I'm the league, I have to punish them pretty significantly because it's kind of ridiculous how
I'd make them forfeit the game. That's what I would do because it doesn't disrupt anything, man.
Agreed.
You just make them forfeit the game. That's pretty big punishment for coaches, GMs, players. Everyone feels that. Taking away a draft pick, players don't care about draft picks.
I would do both, to be quite honest, because you fuck up management and then you also fuck up with the players. So that's just my thought. How well do you think Matt Ryan is going to play? Because, well, I like Ryan a ton this week. I mean, he's going up against Carolina. I would fire up Ryan easily. I mean, they're more of a run funnel defense overall this year, but I would still feel comfortable putting him in the lineup as a top
quarterback.
Played
like a top 10 guy like I thought he was going to, though. To be
Agreed.
honest.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. Yes, he's
like
missing.
A top 15 guy, though.
Yeah, easily. I think I still have him in my top 12 this week, to be quite honest. But yeah. Thank you guys. Tons of insight. Appreciate that, Jeremy. Glad that you're tuning into the stream as well. I need you guys to treat me like family with this question. I'm up against the 4-0 team in the big matchup with the 4-0. Should I start an injured Evans? Oh, no, I would go with Woods. I would go with Woods personally. I probably have them again. The Rams play against Washington. Yeah.
What's the league format? What's the scoring format?
He didn't mention, but personally, I would go with Woods in half or full. That's fair. If it's standard, I'm going Evans, but if it's half or full, I'd go with Woods. You can leave that in the comments, though. I'm assuming you're distinguishing between half and full.
I'm gonna take Evans in half and standard.
Fair. I'll take Woods in a half and full. T. Higgins or Fournette in 1 point PPR. Give me Higgins in that. I know he's got a decently tough matchup against the Ravens, but they haven't really been playing too well thus far in terms of their actual ranking. I believe they're a middle tier in terms
of Fournette. If you have Fournette, don't start him. He'd be like an RB4. I'd rather like any of the Ravens running backs over Fournette.
Yeah, just kind of giving insight in terms of like what kind of expectations you can have for Higgins. Yes,
for future questions. If anyone has Fournette, just don't start him because he was listed as doubtful going into this game, which that designation means he's unlikely to play. And the fact that he is playing means he's probably like going to get like 10 to 30% of the snaps max.
Yeah. We'll talk about Higgins, for example, too. If you do put him in your flex, if you have any other questions regarding Higgins, I would feel fine having him as a wide receiver 3 flex type play for this week because the Ravens haven't been as shut down as we would have thought going into the season with their secondary. Again, they're a middle of the tier type defense, allowing points to the receiver position. So, I mean, the way Higgins been playing, the ultimate volume that he's been seeing from Burrow, again, they're the second highest paced team in the NFL right now behind the Cowboys. I think there's tons of volume to go around, especially between him and Boyd, especially because Green has looked terrible.
I'm not as high as you on Higgins then, I guess, but
I mean, he's not.
He's my wide receiver 41, so I'm not really that high on him.
Where do I have him right now? I believe
I'd rather play Laviska Shenault, Brandon Ayuk, John Brown, Justin Jefferson, Golden Tate.
Yeah, I haven't adjusted Higgins yet. He's ranked here at 40, but I'll probably have him closer to like the Scotty Miller, Jamison Crowder range of like 31, 32, 33 area, if I were to guess. Standard Miller or Cooks. With Godwin out, man, I don't think I can sit Miller.
In a standard, I would 100% go Miller because I think Miller's like top 8 in the NFL in deep targets right now. I think like he's getting targets downfield, and all it's going to take is one like. He has a rookie corner on him who's been playing well, but he's also more of a physical corner. And he doesn't have the speed that Scotty has. So I could see him getting burned for a deep one.
Yeah, I could definitely see that as well. When you start A-Rob or Evans, give me A-Rob in that personally. Just a much safer play, in my opinion, in terms of the overall chemistry we've seen between him and Foles thus far. I know, by the way, don't start Foles, but start A-Rob because the amount of funneling of volume that he's going to receive in this game is just going to be insane because they don't have really much else aside from him in general in that offense. So
I want to see Tyler Johnson have a game or something. I just want to see us go because we need another receiver.
Yeah,
to kind of emerge.
Talking about that game tonight, I showed you that one showdown slate lineup that I have.
I have Keyshawn Vaughn in my MVP slot.
Yeah, I have Scotty Miller in mine. But yeah, I would go with A-Rob over Evans. I'm assuming I don't know. What were your thoughts on that, A-Rob or Evans?
A-Rob's going to get shadowed by Carlton Evans. I would go with Evans personally. Sure. I'm not worried about Evans, to be honest. Like
I'm not worried about A-Rob either.
I'm not worried about him at all.
Mixon or Taylor that's a tough one. They're going to be.
I think
they're going to be back to back in my rankings. But yeah, because of passing game usage that we've seen thus far, I'd probably go Mixon. Again, Mixon 6 targets last week. I mentioned how high of a pace that the Bengals are currently running at. If Mixon's able to keep up that streamline of targets, I definitely feel like he can be a good contributor in full PPR. Especially.
Who's a guy you had no idea where to put in your rankings? Julio Jones? I don't know where to put him.
The guys that are questionable right now, I haven't really moved up or down yet in my rankings. Again, for the ranking show that comes out on Saturday, I'm going to have more information tomorrow to be able to adjust them. But right now, I mean, for example, last week, Devontae Adams was my wide receiver 1, got ruled out. Like, that's just something you can't really predict. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, yeah, a guy like Devontae Adams last week, he's like, oh, he's going to play. He's going to play. Last second.
I didn't get screwed by that as much. I had him in like wide receiver 25 range because I thought even if he did play, he'd be on a pitch count. And it wasn't a bad matchup. Never mind. But I was like, I don't think he's going to play. And even if he does play, I think he might be on a pitch count. So I put him at like wide receiver 20. So I didn't get like screwed by that. The fact that he didn't play.
Talking about that, if anything, him not playing kind of helped me out even more because I had him in my flex and he got ruled out. And I just so happened to just plug Robert Tonyan in my flex and he ended up having like 32 points. So like I'll take that. Wait, did we answer him? Okay, yeah, Mixon. Hey guys, to refresh your memories, I lost Chubb and Eckler in 14 team. Other running backs I have is Cam Akers. Been trying to make a trade. Nobody's wanted me. See, that's tough. I'd want you to get back to us too. Again, you can message us, DM us on Twitter as well.
I'm pretty sure he was talking about like giving away like a receiver or tight end, like an elite receiver or tight end to get 2 running backs in return, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, yeah, no, I would definitely do that.
Trying to get Josh Kelly and Antonio Gibson for like George Kittle or some shit. Like I can't remember exactly what the details were, but it was something like that. I mean,
yeah, that's fair. In your position,
running backs are a scarce commodity right now. People don't want to get rid of them.
Agreed. Titans fan, I think they should give the Titans a loss. Yeah, I agreed there, Jared.
I do too. I have a lot of Titans people in fantasy, and I don't want them to not play this game, and I also don't want them to not continue to play games. So just get this one over with, give them a loss, and let me have Jonnu and AJ Brown next week.
Agreed. Cha says, if you can get Josh Jacobs in exchange for AJ Brown right now, go do it. Go do it. I don't think nobody's going to take that. But if that's a possibility,
I don't think anyone's taking Woods for him either.
Agreed. I would do either.
If you can do that trade, I would take either of those guys over Josh Jacobs. I personally would take AJ Brown over Robert Woods right now.
Really? I would take Woods.
We know what Robert Woods is.
The uncertainty of what's going on with the Titans right now, give me Robert Woods, the safety that he provides any day. That's just my thought.
It's such a deep position, though. I'm not really that worried. Even if AJ Brown crashes and burns and the Titans are all fucked. Like, first of all, the NFL's fucked anyway if that happens. So that doesn't really matter. But if I'm not worried about the Titans situation because if AJ Brown gets COVID or something like that, the wide receiver position, there's guys you can pick up every single week that you can start in your lineup. I just picked up Scotty Miller before this game in one of my leagues, and I'm going to start him. I'm starting him too in my PPR league. Yeah. I would still keep Woods over Brown personally because of that kind of question. I got to adjust my lineups with Rojo in them because I'm pretty sure I have Jerick McKinnon in one league, and I think I would start Jerick McKinnon now with Fournette playing. I gotta edit that too. Speaking, good call. Let me just go back to my rankings, weekly rankings. Here, let's get into a question while we're doing this. PPR, definitely would do that. Should I play? Oh, Allen Robinson easily over T Higgins. Don't think about that, Diego. Oh yeah, easily. Yeah. Full PPR. Where's good. The other question. It's full PPR. I would play Robert Woods. Yeah, easily in my opinion. A-Rob or Jonathan Taylor. So I would go with JT over A-Rob. It's going to depend on scoring format. Really, yeah? Yeah. If it's a full PPR, I would play A-Rob. But if it's standard or like, dude, the Browns' run defense it's been solid, but Carlton Davis is going to hold A-Rob to like kind of a low scoring game. Like I actually think he's not going to do that well. A-Rob. I think he'll do decent. Either way, I went with JT regardless, but. You want to go A-Rob versus someone bet? I'll give you. You want to do A-Rob versus Evans straight up? Yeah, I'll do that. All right, let's do it. It's 3-1 you right now. I'll take that. All right, let's do it. All right, dope. What scoring format are we talking here? Half or full? Half. Yeah, half. Okay, fair. Hello, Tyler. Speaking of Tyler, little shout out right here, Patreon exclusive member and big man with the dono last week. So yeah, I gave you a little shout out right there. Rest of the season, Mo Alley Cox or
Logan Thomas, I would go with Mo Alley Cox personally.
I would not.
Really?
Not even
really?
close. No.
Really?
Have you seen did you see what his snap share was last week and the week before?
36-32.
Yeah.
But he's been the problem is they're both kind of tight end twos. Give me the one that's actually looked good when he's been on the field.
Oh, okay. You mean for fantasy?
Yeah.
Logan Thomas is like top. Here, let me hold on.
In usage? Yeah, he's got one of the top. The problem I find with Logan Thomas is what's his ceiling? If his usage is currently what it's at right now, and he's still not even a top 14.
What do you think of the quarterback situation there?
I think it's a wash. I mean, like
I don't.
Dwayne Haskins. You think Kyle Allen's better than Dwayne Haskins?
I do.
I disagree.
Not by like a lot. I don't think it's going to make a huge difference, but
I think at best it's a wash.
But when it counts for what Logan Thomas does, I think like Kyle Allen can do it better than Dwayne Haskins. I think it's a wash for Terry. I don't think it affects Terry at all, to be honest. Yeah. I think it's an upgrade for Thomas and Gibson, though, the quarterback change.
The problem I have with Thomas, you kind of know what he is. Maximum, he's going to be well. Because he's already received insane usage. For example, realistically, Kyle Allen would have to give him the amount of targets that he's currently got with Dwayne Haskins and be more efficient with it. Any one of those two factors falters, he's just going to be a
full-time player. Jack Doyle and Trey Burton are all back now.
But at the same time, when we saw even with them back, he still outsnapped them and he was still productive.
He also has Phillip Rivers as his quarterback, who, if I'm not really that sure, is better than Kyle Allen right now.
But at the same time, we've seen Phillip Rivers' tendencies of being able to target that big tight end down the seam, and that's what Mo Alley Cox kind of.
I don't think Mo Alley Cox is very valuable.
Yeah, I mean 6'8" power forward from BYU. I think he's good, man. We can do a little better on that rest of the season.
I think he's like a back end tight end too, going forward. Like I don't think he's very good that much.
So is Logan Thomas though?
Huh? No, I don't think so. I think Logan Thomas is like a top 15 tight end.
I'll bet you that rest of the season, Mo Alley Cox over.
All right, let's do it.
Thomas. All right, bet.
I'll take the ball in a full-time player. Logan Thomas is playing like 70-80% of the snaps.
That's fine if he doesn't do anything with those snaps or the target share. Like it's going to be useless. Whereas Mo Alley Cox has been playing well and he has still the potential to receive a higher target share.
I guess, but he's not being used.
I mean, T.Y. Hilton's looked bad. Michael Pittman's been out. Zach Pascal.
People are going back.
I mean, how long realistically?
Back, and once Pittman comes back, that's less and less work for.
That's more so target distribution between the wide receivers, not really against the tight end, in my opinion.
I don't know. I don't think he's going to be very useful.
Oh, we'll see. We got.
I think he'll be on waiver wires within a week or two.
Hey, Mo Alley Cox or Logan Thomas? I'm fucking with you. I sat my. I mean, he played really well last weekend. So, how you like Chris Carson this week? So let me see who this Minnesota, right? Yeah.
Fire him up.
I would fire him up. Yeah. That definitely. It should be a high end RB2 in my opinion every single week personally, and in the best matchups could probably be a middle tier RB1. But yeah, I definitely feel comfortable in my RB2 slot. Hello, Mike Evans or McLaurin. I forgot Woods is in my flex. So Evans or McLaurin. Let me check. I think they're back to back in my rankings.
Just for 1 sec, I just found this out. So Mo Alley Cox on the season has ran 48 routes. That's 12 per game. Logan Thomas has ran 140.
Yeah. Okay, I'll also do it with you because I'll take the efficiency and potential usage upgrade over.
He's Mark Andrews. He had like one good game.
Oh, sorry. 1 sec. Sorry, Surrey took over. What'd you say?
I said it's not like he's Mark Andrews. He's had one good game.
He's played like it. Even last week he went 3 for 50 and a touchdown.
No, he had like one catch.
All right, relax.
One catch last week.
Hey, still scored on it.
Whatever. Anyway,
how many touchdowns does Logan Thomas have on the season?
He plays for the Washington football team, probably 0.
That's why it factors into my comparison.
He also has 28 targets.
Yeah, okay. Relax. Full PPR. Moss coming back. What does it mean for Singletary and McKinnon?
We don't know for sure if Mostert's coming back this week, do we?
Yeah. I don't think he's coming back.
I honestly, it's kind of just up in the air right now. If Mostert comes back, then Jerick McKinnon is like a top 24 running back. If he's not back, he's a top 20 running back, in my opinion.
Yeah, because of PPR usage.
Yeah, and with Zach Moss, it downgrades Devin Singletary from like a top 16 running back to like a top 25 running back, probably. Like it's a bigger deal for Singletary than it is for McKinnon, in my opinion.
For sure. I agree. Damian Harris at flex. I would want to know what other options you have.
For me right now, I'm not really excited about him.
RB2. Yeah, I agree. Is Breeze a good start with MT back? Well, we don't know if MT is going to be back. And even if he does, I wouldn't expect full usage from a guy like
MT.
Brees to me is like a mid to high tier QB2 at this point. So I definitely want to know whether, like, if Justin Herbert, Teddy Bridgewater are available, I would definitely start him over Brees. So that's just my thoughts on that. Pick 3, CH, Connor, Robinson, Mostert. Well, first of all, I would go with the first 3 because we don't even know if Mostert's going to play, first of all. And second of all, even if he does play, it could be in a limited role.
All 3 of those guys are so solid of options. Yeah. You don't even need to risk it with Mostert.
Hey, Bush, Fournette, would you play him?
No, I wouldn't.
Yeah, agreed. I knew you said that earlier.
Yeah. So in terms of where I'm going to have Fournette ranked, he's going to be like behind guys like.
Oh, I got to adjust that actually too.
Rex Burkhead, like Jeff Wilson, Chase Edmonds. Like, I'd rather play these guys over Leonard Fournette. Like, I'm not excited to start Leonard Fournette at all.
Yeah, I got to drop. I had Keyshawn Vaughn at 39, so I have to drop him.
I'm still keeping him that high. I have Keyshawn Vaughn at 31.
Really? Even with Fournette playing?
Yeah, Shady's out, man. So, okay. Keyshawn Vaughn's got Shady's role.
Fair.
Fournette affects Rojo more than he does Keyshawn.
Matt, give me Bucksy. Give me Bucksy over the Patsy personally.
Pats versus Denver.
I just don't want to wait till Monday night.
Yeah, that game being in question is probably like the tiebreaker. If there was no like COVID issues with that game, I probably would actually pick the Patsy.
Yeah, but also Gilmore's probably going to be out because he got tested for COVID.
That's true. But it's fucking Brett Rippin.
That's fair.
Or whoever. I don't even know who the quarterback is.
He's going to be ripping it all over the Pats.
Like, I don't even know who's starting for them. Like, that's a cake matchup.
Hey, Marco, you like that joke? Robert Woods at PP. Yeah, I agree. They're 25. So I start Gallup or Visca Chenault. Go Gallup personally. He's got, as you mentioned, I'm pretty sure you said he's got the boost in the chat.
Over Laviska Chenault.
Really?
Yeah. So I saw Jared Smola tweeted this out. Apparently, who do you guys play this week?
Giants.
The Giants have been one of the best teams in terms of deep passing allowed in the NFL. And they've been one of the worst teams in terms of short passing. So
you expect Gallup you expect Lamb and Cooper?
That's deep, he's the deep target, right? And Lamb and Cooper are more close and intermediate. I have a feeling Gallup is going to be kind of.
Well, I have Gallup as my wide receiver 29 on the week.
Yeah, I don't have him that high, man. I have him like 32, I think. And I have Visca right in that range. And I actually haven't adjusted this since I saw that stat. And I'm like, yeah, that is kind of true. The fact that James Bradbury is going to be on Cooper does help Gallup quite a bit, though.
Are we sure that he's going to shadow him, though? Because
he's projected to shadow him.
But I mean,
they've used him as a shadow corner every game that he's played.
No, I get that, but that's also on teams that only have one like wide receiver one. The Cowboys have 3.
Yeah, but what good in terms of talent on one side?
No, but I'm saying, like, why would you want him to shadow one when like Lamb's going to kill you and Gallup's going to kill you when in reality you can just have him?
What else are you going to do? Cooper's the NFL leader in targets.
That's fair, but I mean, him and Lamb do rotate in terms of like playing slot percentage as well.
I don't know. That's kind of been happening. They shadowed Woods and the Rams have Cup.
I mean, to be fair, Cooper's gone against a bunch of shadow corners overall this year, and he's still like been a beast.
He did well against Ramsey.
Jalen Ramsey. Yeah. So I mean, I'm guessing I have Cooper a lot higher than you. Then I have him actually as my wide receiver 2 on the week.
2.
Yes.
Oh, shit. I have him
dude.
He's my wide receiver 16.
Really?
Yeah, dude.
We might have to make a bet on that too.
7 years of Amari Cooper now. What has he done when he has shadow corners?
He's done it thus far this year.
Jalen Ramsey has been bad, man. Not bad, but like Diggs abused him too.
Fair, but they're also 2 of the top.
James Bradbury hasn't allowed shit to anyone.
We'll see. It's okay. We'll make a little bet on that too on Sunday. Okay, we kind of disagreed there. PPR, would you play Fournette tonight? No, I would not.
Yeah, no, unless you're absolutely desperate, don't play Fournette.
Bucks Fournette. Ravens. Who did the Ravens play off my head? Bengals. I would go with the Ravens defense against the Bengals.
I'd put
you go with Bucks over Chicago.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Fair. I mean, they're probably both gonna be top 5 defenses on the week.
I don't like. I
just think the Ravens are gonna get a ton of sacks.
Yeah, that's probably true, but I think there's a possibility that like Nick Foles gets benched in this game because they're so bad.
We seen it last year with him.
Yeah, exactly. Like, and when he played in Jacksonville last year, we had a scoop and score touchdown on like the first drive, and then the next drive, like Devin White picked him off, and then Shaq Barrett strip sacked him again. Like we just like ate his lunch last year.
Yeah, that's fair. What's up, boys? Visca or Cooks, half PPR. Give me Visca there. A-Rob or DJ Moore, full PPR. Give me A-Rob.
A-Rob, yeah. I'm DJ. This is DJ Moore's week.
Yeah, this is make or break.
He has to do well.
Or like, it pains me because I love him, but the way they've been using
Robbie Anderson ranked ahead of him.
Yeah, I was gonna say they're like basically back to back in my rankings pretty much right now. What I don't understand is, for whatever reason, they're using DJ Moore in the deep shot role and having Robbie Anderson running in the slot short role. Like, what is that? I don't know. It's weird, but Singletary, Gaskin, Monty McKinnon for my RB2 spot. So one of those options. If you're gonna go with one of those options, I would personally go with probably Singletary. If Moss is gonna be like limited, that one's gonna be close for me. I'll probably go Singletary and then McKinnon. Monty kind of close together.
It's gonna depend on what of the I don't know if this was you who asked this question, but between Moss and Mostert, which one comes back? Because if either of them sit out, then I'm playing the guys that are alone in the backfield, whether it's Singletary or McKinnon. If they're let's assume all of them come back, I would still play Singletary probably.
That's fair. Well, thanks guys. That didn't help me even a little bit on the Thomas Holly Cox.
Oh right, yeah.
Love you, Tyler.
I mean, I'm 3-1 on bets, so if you want to
relax, Bush. It's 4 weeks into the season. Take it easy.
But some of mine have been blowouts too, which is the funny part.
Oh, relax. The Mixon one, you didn't expect 42 points.
I knew Mixon was going to be better than David Montgomery.
Fuck off. Max PPR and 100-yard bonus. Waller versus Casey's. Wait, what? Oh, Waller versus. I thought you meant like you were starting Waller or Casey's D for a second. I'm like, what? No. Still give me Waller personally, especially with the 100-yard bonus.
Waller, like they're gonna have to throw, and I don't like. Apparently, Ruggs is coming back for this game. He not apparently. He practiced in full today, so that's why I'm assuming he's coming back. And all that does is help Darren Waller.
Yeah, agreed. What are your thoughts on Drake? Get rid of Drake. I mean, if somebody's,
Again, if you could flip Kenyon Drake for Antonio Gibson right now, I would do it. Yeah,
I would too. Teddy Bear, Herbert this week. Ooh, I have them like back to back. I think I would. I have Herbert like a little bit higher too. I think I have Herbert at 11 and Teddy B at 12 right now.
I have Teddy B at 14 and Herbert at 16.
Yeah, that didn't really answer your question, but the reason why I'd go Herbert because personally, I think he's just looked better, and like the matchup isn't daunting against the Saints. Again, I kind of mentioned in the waiver show, but they kind of been a middle of the pack defense. I think they've allowed the 7th most points to the quarterback position at 22.8 thus far.
You know who's allowed the most points to the quarterback?
Yeah, the Falcons.
Falcons. That's why I'm like Teddy Bridgewater.
With both having really positive matchups, I'm just going to go with the guy that's kind of shown me that he's played.
We don't know that
for a long time
because New Orleans might have Lattimore and Jenkins back this week, and they didn't have them last week.
That's fair.
I would say I would monitor for this question. I would monitor it like who's injured for the Saints, because if Lattimore and them are out, like because Lattimore being on Keenan Allen is a big deal. If he plays in this game, that takes away a major weapon from Justin Herbert.
Agreed. I mean, we kind of saw last week.
Defense is decimated. Like no one's fucking healthy there.
If you guys want to hear a rip in the chat, last week, last second, because I heard of the news of the Saints missing both their top corners, I put Marvin Jones in my wide receiver 2 spot and benched DJ Chark.
Marvin Jones is droppable, right?
Yeah, I dropped him. Yeah. I think I dropped him for Justin Jackson.
I can name at least 15 rookie receivers I'd rather own than Marvin Jones.
Same. I mean, it's just fucking ridiculous. I drafted him to be a back-end wide receiver 3, early wide receiver 4, and he's done nothing.
Fantasy footballers did like a fantasy funeral thing that I was listening to where they were like talking about guys that are no longer good for fantasy, but were once like really good, and Marvin Jones was on it.
Yeah, it's good.
T.Y. Hilton was also on it.
Give me Scotty Miller. T.Y. Hilton's trash.
T.Y. Hilton is until T.Y. Hilton does anything, I'm going to continue to say that he's done.
This one's close. Would you trade Hunt in Dynasty for Terry McLaurin? I would have to know context of your team. If you are a contender, I don't think I can give up the top 5 numbers I expect from Hunt over the next 5-6 weeks. But if you're rebuilding and you can sell high on Hunt right now and get Terry McLaurin, who in my opinion is going to be a top 15 receiver at minimum for the next 10 years, I would do that. So if you're rebuilding, I would go with Terry. If you're a contender and you could use that top production right now, I'd go with Hunt. But that's a really good one.
I agree with that. I think Kareem Hunt is extended by the Browns, so he's going to be there. He's not like we don't have the ambiguous like, oh, maybe Kareem Hunt's like a free agent in 2 years or a year, and he goes to like some workhorse situation, which was the dumbest analysis I ever heard for people saying like, oh, go trade for Kareem Hunt. He's a free agent after this year. Like the reality is we know absolutely jack shit about contract situations and landing spots for free agents. All just like, oh, what if he goes to the 49ers? Like, which would never happen.
I know, but, so dumb.
Yeah, but Terry McLaurin, I think his situation is as bad as it's going to be right now.
Agreed. Like, dude, I
think he is one of the best guys that you can buy on. I know it's not really buying low, but I think you're buying him at his floor right now because he could have Trevor Lawrence as his quarterback. He could have Justin Fields. Like all this like stuff is going to get better. The offensive line is going to get rebuilt, and Ron Rivera clearly is already like affecting change on that team because I heard people saying like, "Oh, Dwayne Haskins, why are they sitting him? Like you don't even know what he is at this point."
Answer.
You have if you like Arizona did this and it worked. Like if you know Josh Rosen or Dwayne Haskins isn't the answer, move on. Like the worst thing you can do is be the Bears and be stuck with Mitchell Trubisky for 4 years and miss your Super Bowl window.
Agreed. I mean, if you're talking about it, I actually have a decently like funny hypothetical for you. Terry McLaurin or DJ Moore in Dynasty?
I gotta go Terry. I have to go Terry. I think
like the fact is like DJ, like I love DJ Moore. He was the wide receiver 6 for me in Dynasty before the season. 4 games in, things like that just change.
Yeah,
it's crazy. But yeah, no, I would prefer Terry. It would be close, but man, the way Terry's looked,
so much for him playing the Michael Thomas role, huh?
Oh, I know that my guy just looked. To be fair, at least the Terry McLaurin one looks really good, but the DJ Moore
none
one
of them have really crashed and burned yet. Even Rojo's been the worst one of mine probably, and even him, even he hasn't like crashed and burned. Like I guess Eckler, but he got injured, so that doesn't really count.
Two of mine have crashed and burned. Another one's been meh. The Swift. To be fair, I do think Swift.
That was really bad.
Yeah, I do think Swift's going to pick it up. He's not going to just be a back end 3 or early RB4 for the rest of the season. I do think by the end of the season he could be a high end RB3. But man, Patricia's not using him whatsoever.
No, I don't.
I mean,
I don't like him and Cam Akers are 2 rookies. I just absolutely want nothing to do with. And to be honest, J.K. Dobbins is getting there too.
Yeah, same. Half PPR pick 2, JT, Sanders, Jefferson. Yeah, go with the first 2 personally, and half PPR. Even though I love Jefferson, I would go with the first 2. Shalom. Hey guys, nasty question. Deep league, half PPR. Bird, Ruggs, or Cobb?
Randall Cobb, so easily Randall Cobb.
Yeah. Agreed.
Randall Cobb is going up against Trey Herndon. No, I can't remember. Whoever it is, he has the best matchup advantage according to PFF of any receiver on the entire slate.
Agreed.
So Cobb is actually in a really good spot to do well this week. If you need a deep league flex play or whatever, you lose someone like late in the process. I think Cobb is someone that'll probably be on your waiver wire and you can pick up and play.
Agreed. Full PPR, Gallup, Chenault, Gaskin, Schultz. If you have to only start one of them, I would go with Gaskin.
Yeah, I would too.
Yeah. Robert says Hollywood or Crowder half point. Give me Hollywood.
Who did Jets play?
Hollywood goes against the Bengals. Jets play the Cardinals.
Yeah, give me Hollywood, but I actually I think Crowder's a pretty solid play as well.
Agreed. Hope they roll out Thomas, so I don't have to regret. Yeah, no. Hopefully you don't have to make that decision. AJ says for my 2 running backs, Davis, Robinson, or Singletary. Go with Davis and Robinson.
Yeah.
Yeah, you mentioned that, Tyler. Yeah, hopefully. I actually really like this trade. He was mentioning he traded Ingram straight up for Edmonds. We know what Ingram.
Such a heartbeat. Exactly. It's not even funny. You don't have to deal with the stupid headache that the Ravens backfield is. Because I have a lot of J.K. Dobbins, and it's a pain in the ass. Like I'm like, do I drop J.K. Dobbins? Do I trade him? Do I what do I do with him? He's just like taking up room on my bench right now. Because I don't think there's any situation where you could start even Mark Ingram. To be honest, I don't feel comfortable.
He's like a low end flex play.
All of these guys, it's just fucking Russian roulette with who's gonna maybe get the touchdown or get the bulk of the carries. Because literally last week, Gus Edwards led the team in carries and snaps. Then it was J.K. Dobbins the week before and Mark Ingram the week before that. It's just changing every week.
Yeah, agreed. Carson, Mixon, and Davis right now over Hunt. No, you got to start Hunt. You have to start Hunt. Hunt over Carson out of those options, in my opinion. But Hunt is a top 5 running back for me this week.
I think I would sit Mixon out of those guys.
Really?
Yeah.
That one's the toss-up, Carson versus Mixon. I mean, But Hunt, first of all, Hunt has to be in the lineup.
Crazy that I'm saying that right now. Carson, Mixon, and Davis. Mike Davis is easily the best start of those guys.
Yeah, agreed.
I have Mike Davis as my RB10 on this week.
Let me say, I think I have him at the exact same. So I have Mike Davis at RB10, Joe Mixon at 11. Actually, I have Carson at 8 right now, so I would sit Mixon. There you go.
Yeah. As it stands right now, I actually have Mixon and Carson back-to-back in my rankings at 13 and 14. I have Carson at 13 and Mixon at 14.
Yeah, I have Carson at 8, Davis 10, and Mixon 11. So you're, for the record, Almond, you're in a really good spot because you're going to be starting basically 3 top 10 running backs for me on the week if you start Hunt over Mixon. For the record, with Chubb out, I don't care who Hunt plays for the next 5-6 weeks. With Hunt or with Chubb out, he's going to be a top 5 running back every week. I'm telling you that right now. The way he's being used, especially he was being used in a tandem role and he was a top 12 running back. With Chubb out, do we really think Dearness Johnson, Dontrell Hilliard is going to take that amount of volume that Chubb was occupying? They are not. I don't mind.
Runs a 4.9.
I know. He runs a 4.86. I think I could probably contend with that. Okay. But
I think I can run faster than that.
Yeah, same. Jefferson, Deontay Johnson, T. Higgins, pick 2 of 3 for wide receiver 2 and flex. I would go with the first 2. Even though I like T. Higgins,
Johnson, man, like I don't think people still haven't realized how good he's been.
He's fantastic.
Like people, I saw someone tweet. It's like some of you are still ranking Juju Smith-Schuster over Deontay Johnson. I'm like,
John Daigle.
To be honest, Deontay Johnson has looked like the better option, and he's had some pretty bad matchups thus far, and he's still performed.
It was the same thing. It was another back and forth. It was another like high end wide receiver options. Like
more and Anderson.
More and Anderson. Yeah, that's it. Here, let's finish this joke because I see it a couple things. You want to hear a funny quarantine joke? I'll get back to you. Okay, relax.
That's funny.
The guy. TB12 Burrow or Herbert this week. Give me Herbert.
I think I have him and Tom Brady like right beside each other.
Yeah, I would go with Herbert. Jake. David Johnson for Drake, I don't mind. I think that's a pretty lateral move, but I don't know, man. The way Hopkins been playing, I don't think I would trade him straight up for Michael Thomas.
No, I wouldn't either.
Yeah, but
I'd much rather have Kenyon Drake than David Johnson.
Yeah,
I think Kenyon Drake and David Johnson are like exactly in the same like bucket for me right now. I don't want either of them, but if I'm gonna pick one, I'll take Drake because he's better at football and he's in a better offense, so I'll take him. But like, I don't really like either of them.
Agreed. Drop Cooks for Henry Ruggs, half PPR. I'd probably keep Cooks personally.
Yeah, I would keep him for one more week, and if he doesn't perform, then I'd probably pick up Ruggs because I think Cooks is cooked,
limited.
Almost. Yeah, like it. Yeah.
You think Gabe? No, I don't think he'll get shut down. I think he might get limited a bit.
He might have a down game. I don't think he'll get shut down though. Like 7 catches for like 65 yards or something.
I was gonna say 6 for 75, so we're pretty much in the same kind of boat. We're CH in your rankings. Actually, currently my RB6 and half PPR formats. Yeah, there you go. Zachary says Thomas and Drake for Johnson and Hopkins.
This is
so you got Johnson and Hopkins. Okay, I actually like your side better personally. It's kind of close, but
it's all one trade.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
for David Johnson and Hopkins. Yeah, I like that. I actually do like the trade then.
Yeah, agreed.
I think the difference between David Johnson and Drake is like pretty minimal, but the difference between Hopkins and Michael Thomas is pretty big right now.
Yeah, agreed. For my 2 running backs, JT, Singletary. So you need 2 running backs. Out of those options, I would go JT and Davis.
If Moss doesn't play, I might start Singletary over JT.
I wouldn't do that. That's too bold for me. I don't know. I mean, I guess the Browns have been a pretty good run defense thus far, but man, if JT is in rhythm and that team, I think that's gonna be a really low scoring game for the record.
Right. I think I would start JT, but I think it's really close.
Yeah, that's fair. Wish I could stay and watch you guys. Got to work. See you, Justin Credible. Glad to see you back in the stream for tonight. Thoughts on David Montgomery tonight? Oh, Tampa Bay's the best run D in the NFL.
Yeah.
Them and the Steelers.
Not the best run. Technically, the Colts are the best run D in the NFL right now. But the type of running back David Montgomery is, he's not doing anything because the only running backs that can do stuff on us are guys that can catch, and they have to be able to like run after the catch and stuff too. And Montgomery, even if he catches the ball, is going to get tackled right away.
Yep, agreed. Higbee one more week. I would go Schultz over Higbee straight up this week. This is gonna sound crazy. Guess where I have Schultz in my rankings right now? This is gonna sound crazy.
Where do you got him?
Guess.
Okay, I have Higbee at 6, and I have Schultz at 9. So I would go with Higbee.
Where do you think I have Schultz if I have him above Higbee?
6?
I have my 5. I have my 5 against the Giants.
That's a little too aggressive, I think.
Oh no, man! He's been getting peppered with targets. He's basically what we thought Jarwin was going to be.
Actually, I'm going to move him up one more spot because I have Jared ahead of him for some reason.
But you're starting Michael Thomas on Monday. I would want to hear who your other options are, Michael. Personally, that's just my thought.
Yeah.
Painting contractor says, who scores more tonight, Scotty or Gronk? That I like Scotty. I have Scotty in my MVP slot for my showdown slate. So
I'm avoiding Gronk like the plague in my showdown lineup.
Really?
There's no fucking way I'm playing Gronk because he's going to be so highly owned and he's not going to do anything. I can already tell it's going to happen. I actually don't mind him as a start in fantasy. Like, I don't want to sound like I'm down on him. I have him as like my tight end 15 on the week, so I don't think he's a terrible start. But I just like for a DFS tournament, don't play him if you're playing a DFS showdown lineup because he's going to be so highly owned because he's Rob Gronkowski.
I'll tell you my showdown right now. I have Scotty Miller, Mike Evans, Ronald Jones, Allen Robinson, and Tom Brady with Scotty Miller in my MVP.
I have Scotty Miller as okay. So I have 2 lineups. So one of my lineups is Scotty Miller, Allen Robinson, Keyshawn Vaughn, Mike Evans, Tom Brady, and then my other lineup is Keyshawn Vaughn, Ronald Jones, Scotty Miller, Allen Robinson, Mike Evans.
I like it. By the way, Kirk says, thanks for the help. This live stream super son. I would donate some money if I wasn't. I feel you. Don't worry about the donation. I just appreciate that you're the way you can actually do a free donation to us is make sure you hit that like button. It really helps us out in the YouTube algorithm to get recommended to more people. If you're enjoying the content thus far, especially, and heck, if people are watching and are new to the channel, I mean, hit that subscribe button while you're here as well.
Yeah, so. And if you are a broke college student, like both myself and Danny are, hit the like button every video. As soon as we post a video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. Even if you're not going to, and also stay to the end of all of our videos too. The length of video that you guys, that you stay and watch also helps us, the average view time. So even if you're like, you have to do something, just turn your phone upside down, turn the volume off, let it play out.
or you're leaving your laptop to go take a number 2. Let's just say hypothetically, fuck, you could, if you're taking a shit, a shit. What am I trying to be, the fancy footballers here? No, if you're leaving your laptop to go take a shit, just let it run on your laptop, turn the volume off if you even need to. Heck, I don't care. I mean, you don't have to hear my voice because I just yammer on about the Cowboys all the time anyways. So, yeah. But yeah, appreciate that though. Tom Brady, Teddy.
Yeah, that's close.
I go Teddy.
It's actually a toss-up between Kirk and Teddy for me in this one.
I have same. I have Teddy at 12, Kirk at 13.
I have Teddy at 14, Kirk at 15, and Brady at 17.
Yeah.
So I would go with Teddy as well, but man, those guys are close.
Yeah, I agree. I would go with Teddy personally. Another familiar face in Jiven as well. Week 5, do I start Brady or Breeze? I would go. I think they're actually like back to back my rankings right now. Let me just double check.
I have at 19, Brady at 17. I would go with Brady.
I actually had Breeze at 15, Brady at 17. But now that I actually see it, I would probably move Brady a little bit ahead of him. So give me Brady as well. Bush lights up anytime he talks about, yeah, for sure. Anytime he gets to talk about the Bucks D and the young talent you guys have.
When I grew up a Bucks fan, our defense was our team. Like, we couldn't play offense. And then once we got Jameis Winston, suddenly we're throwing the ball all over the yard, but no one can stop anyone on defense. And freaking number 31 from Minnesota, Golden Gophers, has been a savior for our defense, man, because our safety was garbage last year, even though our defense was pretty good. Like, Winfield is a freaking savior.
Yeah, no, I love them. He was my safety 1 out of the draft, number 17 overall player. So I can't talk about that guy enough.
And he's exactly like Budda Baker.
But yeah, I like when I was watching him coming into the draft, I'm like, oh, Budda Baker, Tyrann Mathieu can play that type of role for any defense he gets drafted by. Yeah. Honestly, I was telling you, if Lamb didn't fall to us at 17, I wouldn't have been opposed to trading back a little bit, getting Winfield, and then getting like another 3rd round pick. Like, that would have been a dream spot for me. Obviously,
use a fucking safety like Winfield right now.
Yeah, we could use a whole fucking defense and a defense coordinator.
Wait, why is Ryan Fitzpatrick number 10 in ECR?
I don't know. Let's just ignore that. So Gaskin, probably from last week. People haven't adjusted yet.
Okay, because I didn't move him, and I just realized why he was. I'm like, why is he so high in my rankings?
Agreed. Give me Montgomery over Gaskin. Personally, because of that one's actually kind of close. Montgomery or Gaskin? I have Montgomery currently at 24, Gaskin at 26.
Gaskin.
Fair.
David Montgomery ain't doing shit. I'm telling you right now, he ain't doing shit.
No. Go Chenault over Chenault or Gallup over Montgomery. I know you'd go Chenault. I'd go Gallup, but I would start either of those receivers over Montgomery this week.
Scoring format a little bit dependent, but I think Chenault's going to have a good game against. I mean, he's going up against Vernon Hargraves, which is a reason I light up every time I talk about the Bucs D because he's no longer on our team.
Yes, fair. Talking about some realistic trade targets for Mixon. Don't trust him. Want to offload him.
Here, let me go to my rankings real quick.
Okay,
if you don't trust him, I mean, I don't think you're going to trust.
That's
James
a personal deal. No, agreed.
Mixon.
I mean, you wouldn't trust Chris Carson
if that's a guy that maybe you'd want.
I'd prefer Mixon to him over Carson.
I think I'd rather have Chris Carson. The offense he's in just makes him so much better.
That's fair.
I think I'd rather have Mixon than Miles Sanders, to be honest. Like,
but
the offensive line injuries are just so much for the Philadelphia offense that I don't know if I'd like. If you told me like 3 weeks ago, I would say I'd want Mixon over Miles Sanders. I would say you're nuts. But
yeah, same.
I mean, if you could somehow get Zeke Elliott for Joe Mixon, I feel like the owner might be a little bit disgruntled with Zeke Elliott. I'd rather have Josh Jacobs than Joe Mixon. Also,
Jacobs and Mixon are probably close in my opinion. Maybe like if somebody's trying to sell, JT Hilaire would be kind of in that direction as well.
For him, I don't think the Hilaire owner would give you him.
Well, I mean, he hasn't really been good for the past couple of weeks, so the Hilaire owner might be. It's fair. He's kind of been.
And he's leaving points on the field, and you can like as a guy who owns CEH in the league I care most about. He's leaving points on the field, and you're like, man, if he could just get into the end zone, he'd be so good. He has 0 fucking touchdowns.
Yeah, no, I agree.
It's 1 touchdown, but it was like 20 yards out.
Yeah, if that helps you for the record, go for it.
I think Jacobs, James Robinson, and Chris Carson would be my main 3 trade targets for Mixon if you're looking to trade him.
Yeah, they're all kind of close in my opinion. Which running backs could I trade Godwin for? Probably like a decent RB2.
Melvin Gordon.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe if the Miles Sanders owner is panicking, you could probably flip something like that. I wouldn't be.
He wants to trade for Godwin, right?
No, trade Godwin for.
Okay, never mind. Yeah, maybe Miles Sanders you might be able to get. I think I'd rather have Godwin than Melvin Gordon.
Yeah, same.
Jonathan Taylor, maybe the Jonathan Taylor owner's panicking.
James Conner would be like that fringe area, in my opinion. I don't think I would either, but that's probably like the cutoff. That's probably like the last running back that would be like even a conversation. Mm-hmm. But yeah, anything above James Conner, I would say would be definitely a go. Yeah. Full PPR, Miller, Anderson, Deontay Johnson. Start 2 with them or one? Oh, start 1 PP. I would go with.
Yeah, Robbie Anderson is the guy I would
same.
Start. If you could start 2, I'd go Robbie Anderson, Deontay Johnson.
I'm fully on board with that. Connor, Jacob Sanders, pick 2 half-point PPR. So Connor's going up against
Connor's
Eagles. He's going against. He's in Eagles.
He's a lock still.
Oh yeah, Sanders against Pittsburgh. I wouldn't like that. I'd probably go with Connor and Jacobs.
I'd go Connor and Jacobs probably.
Yeah, same. Traded OBJ for. Good job. I mean, that's definitely
great fucking trade.
That's how you sell high. I mean, we were both off OBJ, and for the record, we like Terry McLaurin over him straight up for the rest of the season. Terry McLaurin is the wide receiver.
I like that.
Terry McLaurin, I think he's either the wide receiver 10 or 11 right now in full PPR with Dwayne Haskins absolutely barely playing bad. Yeah, bad matchups, and he only has 1 touchdown on the year.
He had he's got Jalen Ramsey this week, but he's had a couple bad matchups, and I think Terry's going to be more than fine going forward. And I think Odell is never having a game like that ever again, because they literally run the ball like 60% of the time, and that's not an exaggeration.
For the record, so he had 36 half PPR points, right? Guess how many? Yeah, I was gonna say. Guess how many were actually attributed?
That kind of volume.
Guess how many were actually attributed from like Baker Mayfield throwing him the ball? He got 36 points. Guess how many were from Baker Mayfield throwing him the ball?
10?
14.
Yeah.
He had 36 points.
Jarvis threw him the long touchdown, and he had a carry.
The run.
Yeah. Honestly, man, like Odell's target ceiling on a weekly basis is 8 or 9 targets.
Yeah, agreed. Wait.
I think the best trade you could potentially pull off for Odell, I actually put this out in one league that I actually do have Odell in one league, which is kind of weird because I'd never advocated for drafting him, but he fell to me in like the 6th round. I was like, all right, I'll pick him there. But if you could trade Odell right now for Cooper Kupp or for
absolutely
a little close.
I go DJ Moore.
No, I wouldn't trade him for DJ Moore.
Really?
I'm not scared about DJ Moore. Yeah, I would rather.
Wow.
Yeah,
I would prefer DJ Moore over Odell.
If you could trade Odell for Juju Smith-Schuster, DJ Chark, Cooper Kupp.
Dude, Juju is a top 12 point per game receiver. The only reason that people might be undervaluing Juju Smith-Schuster right now is because he already had his bye. Juju Smith-Schuster is a top 12 in terms of point per game, but because he had his bye, people are going to say, oh, he's the wide receiver 24. He's no good. Guys, he had his bye. That's why he's only that low.
I'd almost rather have Robbie Anderson than Odell Beckham.
I would.
I'd rather have Tyler Boyd, too.
Yeah, same. Jones 2 over McKinnon with Fournette back. Which Ronald Jones? Ronald Jones. Yeah, I would still go with Jones over McKinnon. Yeah. That would be close.
Barely, though. It's close.
Yeah, they're probably back to back in my rankings. I think I have Jones at 17 and McKinnon at 18. And full PPR. Oof.
I mean, dude, Rojo had 9 targets last week.
Did he actually?
Yeah. Wow. He dropped 3 of them, but they were all. He had nine targets and 6 catches, and the other 3 that he didn't catch were drops.
Yeah.
So he had 9 catchable targets last week. They were all checkdowns.
Yeah, for real. PPR. Or we have a couple hard games. Oh, my Raiders cannot stay healthy. I definitely think the Raiders are going to be able to pick it up.
A Rogues jersey, man. Once I get some money, I need to buy a Winfield jersey. I'm going to buy the all white like Bucks jerseys or a pewter one. I can't really tell which one I'm going to get, but I need to get rid of that ugly freaking Mike Evans jersey that I have there because I hate that uniform. But I want to get a Winfield like all white jersey, and then I want to get a Ruggs Raiders jersey as well.
Yeah. It's fair. Against 14, you got Dak and Zeke. For your sake, I hope it's just the Dak show and not like Zeke. But I think both of them are going to do well this week. How are you guys feeling about Freeman? I would not have Freeman even on my roster. Never mind my lineup. So hope that answers your question.
Like literally, if you own a Giants running back, drop him right now.
Yeah,
they're not like you're never going to be able to start them. 2, they've scored like 46 points in 4 games. The Giants team.
It's Saquon Barkley when he was healthy had 15 carries for 6 yards.
Cowboys last week than the Giants have scored all season.
Yeah, no, that is for real. But Aaron Jones and Chubb aren't in his lineup this week. Yeah, you should be fine then if he's missing his 2 top running backs. So yeah,
that hurts.
Evans is got it. Yeah, I would still go with Evans over Miller.
Yeah.
Ricky. Oh yeah. Yep. Sales fat dab. Oh, fuck. Sorry about that, Craig. Dearness Johnson would be a good flex. I want to know your other options. He's probably going to be like the RB like 30, 31 type area for me, like a low end flex. Really?
He's like my RB. Like, hold on, let me check.
Let me check right now where he's at.
Johnson. He is my RB 48.
Wow.
Yeah,
okay,
I don't want to play. It's the Colts run defense.
That's fair. Oh, well, I haven't adjusted him, but he's at 48 right now. I guess I haven't adjusted him. He would probably be right ahead of like the Nyheim Hines range, so 37 for me. Just made a trade, AJ. And
like the Colts run defense is ferocious.
Wait, you traded AJ Green and Dalton Schultz for Julio Jones?
I really hope that's not AJ Brown because I wouldn't do that.
I would do that.
AJ Brown and Dalton Schultz for Julio Jones? Dude, I'm worried about
if I have another tight end, yes.
I'm worried about Julio Jones, man.
I'm worried about AJ Brown.
I'm not.
Okay, fair.
It's his team, not him.
Yeah, fair. We'll see. Justin Jackson startable this week. I'd want to know your other options, but Justin Jackson's currently my RB 27 on the week. So
wow, that's pretty high. He's my RB 30.
No, really, I think even with Eckler out, it's gonna be more of a timeshare rather than Kelly getting like a boost in work personally, especially against the Saints.
I'm gonna say exactly what I just said for Deontay Johnson. It's New Orleans.
Yeah, but at the same time, Jackson would get the receiving work. Kelly would kind of be the in between.
We don't know that
tackle grinder.
We don't know.
Well, I mean, that's kind of how he's profiled to be.
Yeah, we're projecting that, but I don't know. I don't think I want to. I think it's going to be through the air for the.
Yeah, no, agreed. I think Jackson's gonna be that guy.
I don't know. We'll see. I'm not willing to start him. Like I have Keyshawn Vaughn, Chase Edmonds.
I wouldn't start Vaughn over him. Oh, we could do a Vaughn versus Jackson bet.
We could. Yeah, we could do that.
You want to? All right. So let's mark these down. What do we got so far? What is this?
So we got Evans versus Robbins. Are we
Rob?
We've already done so far.
This is for this week. You're up 3-1. I already counted that.
Yeah.
Evans versus A-Rob. What was the other one?
Jackson.
Cooper versus someone. Cooper versus.
Oh, we didn't pick
Cooper
yet.
Oh,
I'll literally pick anyone against Cooper.
Well, who do you have ranked higher than him? You have him at 16 right now, right?
Okay. So I have Cooper at 16, Juju Smith-Schuster, DJ Chark, Cooper Kupp, Julio Jones. Don't forget, like I'm not doing Julio.
Yeah, that's fine.
I have no idea what to put Julio.
I'll do
Keenan Allen, Mike Evans, Robert Woods.
I'll do. Well, I mean, you want to do Woods, Chark, Allen? I don't care. Who do you want? Chark. Okay.
Yeah.
Chark versus Cooper.
That one's a little gutty on my part, but I'll do it.
Fine. There we go. And there was also a tight end one. It was Schultz versus someone, no?
That was the rest of season. That was
Cox. Got you.
That one we can't really track right now.
Well, I mean, it was Cox versus Thomas versus season. And what was the other one we wanted to do? Oh, Jackson versus Vaughn.
Yeah, Vaughn.
Here, I'm writing them down
because I have him as a captain in one of my DFS lineups. I can really use 400,000 right now.
Fair. Yeah. Oh, I'm in the Thursday Night Million. Which
me too.
Scotty Miller is my captain. Imagine one of us won.
That'd be awesome,
dude. Judy, Ruggs, or Higgins. In order, I would go with Judy, Higgins, Ruggs.
Some news. Hold on.
Higgins,
running
Judy,
back,
Ruggs.
Leonard Fournette is an emergency situation only running back tonight.
Okay.
What Jake
lower him.
Reported. They had Devin White taking reps at running back. Devin White went to LSU as a running back.
LSU as a running back, yeah.
Whitehead also can play running back too. He was at Pitt. Him and James Conner, the reason they're best friends is because they were both running backs at Pitt before White played safety.
Bridgewater or Goff? Give me Bridgewater.
Yeah, pretty easily.
Yeah. Dynasty League. Oh, what Dynasty League? You got Julio Jones for AJ Green and Dalton Schultz in a dynasty.
We're gonna need some clarification if that's AJ Green or AJ Brown, because in a dynasty league, especially now, I'm really concerned it's AJ Brown.
Yeah, it's AJ Green. I see it a little later on. Yeah. Dude, fuck you, Tyler. That's okay. I'll go 3-0 this week and make it up and take a 4-3 lead.
Okay.
Hey, Bush blowing 3-1 leads out here, eh?
Yeah.
Gibson or Kelly? Give me Gibson. Start both or bench. No. I'd go Gibson and Drake.
Yeah.
Chase Edmonds startable this week. I wouldn't want him to.
Startable.
I mean, I wouldn't want to. I don't even know if I would want to flex him. I kind of want to see his role before I do that.
I think you can.
I want to know your other options.
I have him as my RB 34 right now, so he is in flex territory. I would start him over a guy like who do I have over him? I have him over Damian Harris. I have him over Justin Jackson. I have him over Frank Gore. I have him over Jeff Wilson, Rex Burkhead, James White, Philip Lindsay. I have him over a bunch of guys here.
Yeah, let me check.
Start him over Dearness Johnson.
Give me a sec. What the heck? I'll get into where I have him. How much would you risk Thomas? Yeah, I would go with Lamb and Chenault, knowing that Thomas is kind of a risk right now. I think they're both going to do well.
Michael Thomas over Chenault? I can't start Chenault over Michael Thomas.
I don't even know if Thomas can play though, bro.
I think obviously, Kirk, you definitely want to be monitoring the Thomas situation.
Yeah. If Thomas gets ruled in or ruled out on Sunday, if he's in, you're playing him over Chenault.
Even if you don't know, you can pick up Traquan Smith or who else is playing in that game? One on the Chargers I want, unless Mike Williams is back.
Yeah, I wouldn't trust anybody on that.
If you're able to pick up a contingency plan, I would try and hold out for Thomas if it's possible.
Worst case scenario, if you start Latavius Murray.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
I would play it as close as you can, because Thomas is a pretty big difference from Chenault, even if Thomas is only limited.
Yeah, I agree there. Yeah, that's a steal. Good job. Kelly, a must start every week. I wouldn't say a must start every week. I would still kind of look at the matchup, because his role is still going to be that grinder in between the tackles.
I'm pretty sure he is a must start, to be honest. Based on all the injuries that have happened and stuff, I don't think there's a way you can bench him.
Well, where do you rank him this week? I have him as my RB 23.
That's exactly where I have him.
Yeah, so I don't view that as exactly a must start.
RB2.
Yeah, okay. Low end RB2, but at the same time, you probably have two options higher than the RB 23 at your running back slot, and wide receivers more deep.
There's probably a lot of teams out there that had Nick Chubb or Austin Eckler or all these guys that have gone down. Josh Kelly's probably someone's RB2, maybe even RB1 if they had Kelly and Eckler and Chubb or something.
If you're in a spot when you're really weak at running back, okay, but I'd kind of want to know your other options before I just declare him as a must start every week.
Yeah.
In my opinion. Miller or Harris flex. Give me Miller.
Yeah, easily.
Vaughn season. Yeah, let's get it. Ryan, Jacobs, Sanders, A-Rob, Chark, flex, Juju.
I would start Judy over.
Over I would start Higgins over Johnson.
Yeah, I would start Judy over both of them though. Actually, Judy's got Jonathan Jones against the Patriots.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah, I would start T. Higgins over him.
Give me Ertz on Sunday.
Yeah, Ertz is 10 on the week though.
Yeah, I have Ertz right now. I gotta fix some of my rankings. I currently have Ertz at 6, but he's probably going to drop a little bit to like the 8 area for me. Again, I haven't fully indulged in the rankings yet, but yeah, preliminaries thus far. You guys are going to have that quality video coming out on Saturday for your full rankings, but yeah, or my full rankings. I don't know why I said yours.
My lineups are set right now.
Oh shit! Let me do that real quick. So final lineup for tonight: Miller, Evans, Ronald Jones, A-Rob, and Tom Brady. And I have $3,000 salary left over.
Dude, if Ronald Jones and Gronk have bad games, I'm probably gonna make some money because I hated them on purpose. Because I was like, okay, other than Tom Brady and Allen Robinson, I think, and probably Mike Evans too. I think those guys are like all in the same kind of bucket as like the highest played guys. So I went with Scotty and Keyshawn as like kind of. Maybe not. Scotty's not really contrarian play, but
yeah, no, I feel you. Let me just check my other team. Dude, somehow in that dyno, we're fucking 2-2 right now. I don't get that.
See, Chris Cross agrees with me.
What do you say? Oh,
he said, I lost Eckler and Chubb starting Kelly and Gaskin.
There you go. You're the exact scenario. Okay, receivers. 3 receivers: Nuke, Ridley, Amari Cooper, Julio. Well, you go with the first 3 because Julio's hurt. He's not gonna play.
Yeah. For sure.
Ronald Jones.
I don't know why you have fucking 4 top 12 receivers.
I know. Yeah, there you go. Chris Cross in that boat. Or no star.
Mostert.
Oh, Mostert. Jones over Mostert because we don't even know if he's going to play.
Yeah, you don't know if Mostert's going to play. You have to play Jones.
Anderson, Allen, Cooper. Which 3 should I start? So Amari's going to be in your lineup right away. Ridley, if he plays, is going to be in your lineup. I'd probably go with the middle 3.
Yeah, I think Keenan, Amari, and Ridley. So you got to go with Robbie Anderson. Is actually 1 spot behind. I have Robbie Anderson as my wide receiver 17 on the week.
Damn, son.
Going up against Atlanta.
That's fair. Let me see if I have any Chargers or 17 Bucks. I have Tom Brady in one of my lineups. Other than that, I don't think I have any other dynasty shares, so should be good. Bucks, Chargers, Allen. I had Eckler in a couple of these. Oh, let me make sure Eckler's not in my starting lineup for this league. Yeah, no, we're good. Other than that, Eckler, Allen, Hunter Henry. Oh, I have Hunter Henry in a league, so let's hope he does something decent. If anything's gonna for a record. Oh, what am I talking about? The Chargers aren't playing you guys. It's the Bears. Monty, A-Rob. Yeah, Monty and A-Rob are the only Bears I would own. So I have A-Rob in one league. Actually, I have A-Rob in 2.
My one team is suffering so hard from injuries.
Oh, I know.
In the listener league.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And Adams on bye right now, and I have freaking Eckler in that league. Like my team's kind of suffering right now.
Dude, I'm gonna be 4-1 despite having C-Mac in that league, who hasn't even played for me.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Scott's tots. I have Barkley, Eckler, Mostert. Yeah, that's the league he tried to give me Marquise Brown for Amari Cooper, which I would never do.
No, I said a package. I didn't say straight up. Relax. Huh? I don't have a pick. I can give you like another young player to kind of like even that out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just know you hate Cooper, so I'm like, okay, may as well fucking see what I can get there. Brown plus something for Cooper. Brown. Wait, why did I say Brown like that? Thank you, no problem. Mutt Jr. I have 4 top 12 receivers and I'm 2-2. What the fuck?
With both Wilson and Al? Is that a
try, if it's not a super flex, try to trade one of them.
Yeah, if it's not a super flex, you have to get rid of one of those guys.
Agreed. Just a flex. Also appreciate it. Yeah, no problem. Dylan says it's GG's. Yeah, for sure. Sarah says Ertz, Hurst, or Ebron. So in order, I'll go basically in the order you have it. Keyshawn.
I think you have to play Darrell Henderson, but I don't like it.
Yeah, agreed.
It's close.
I
have Cooper.
Dylan, I don't have Cooper. He has Cooper. I have Marquise Brown, and I know he's kind of had a bunch of injuries, so I'm trying to see what kind of package I can get for Brown for Cooper because you've seen how good that team is.
A young piece for Amari Cooper, and I'll trade him.
Yeah, I mean, if I could somehow get a
my
first round pick
season's
for you,
over, man. All my running backs hurt.
Yeah. Well, look at my team. If you like any other young players, I can add.
I don't like any of
I don't have a
players.
pick. Really?
If you give me Terry and Hollywood, I'll give you Amari and someone.
Ooh, that's a lot. I would need someone pretty significant to add.
But I'd give you like here. Hold on, let me check my roster real quick.
I need someone pretty significant because I think I have Terry ahead of Cooper in Dynasty. I do.
I'll give you Mike Williams and Amari Cooper for Terry.
No, come on.
I don't know. My next greatest piece after that is Ruggs, and I'm not giving you Ruggs.
I don't even want Ruggs for that. Who would I try to move? Who should I try to move in a 12? Well, I need to. Oh, okay. So he's contacts here. Brady Rogers. I mean, I need more contacts. Wait, what?
Why move anyone? What's wrong with that team?
Yeah, that's a solid team. I agree. Gallup or Hollywood Brown this week. Hollywood, full PPR.
Yeah, me too.
Name the 2016 draft class. First round wide receivers.
Corey Coleman, Laquan Treadwell, Will Fuller, Josh Doxson, and
and what's his face? Wait, 2016 off my head.
Oh, Kevin White.
No. Yeah, and no, that's 2000. That's 2015.
Okay, so
Kevin White,
Coleman, right? Was he the first one off the board?
Corey Coleman, Will Fuller, Laquan Treadwell, Josh Doxson. Off my head, I'm trying to think of who else.
Someone like 31 or 32 in that class.
Yeah, wait.
No, because in 16, Jermaine Ifedi went 31, and he was the last pick of the first round.
Yeah.
Forfeited their
pick. Because Patriots forfeited their pick. Yeah. Fuck. Who am I trying to think?
Looking it up. I think that's it.
No, there's only first round wide receivers. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. I thought he was talking about all the drafters.
That was Michael Thomas.
Yeah, I thought he was talking about other more.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So yeah, Doxson, Fuller, Treadwell, and what's his name, Coleman. I mean, you rinsed them all off before I could even have a chance. But
yeah,
hey, there you go.
Next receivers off the board after those guys: Sterling Shepard, Michael Thomas, Tyler Boyd.
Yeah, and what's his face? There was another big outside receiver that got drafted right after Boyd. I
don't see another big outside receiver. Braxton Miller.
No. There's somebody. Because I remember Boyd was from Vanderbilt that year.
Earl Cooper. And Marcus Robinson.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Tyreek went in the 6th round of this draft.
Yeah, I remember that. Brady Murray worth the top 15 running back. If you're giving up Murray for a top 15 running back, go smash that right now. Like, my opinion. What are your thoughts on that? Murray for top 15 running back? I'd take the running back.
Yeah, I would probably take the running back unless it's a super flex. And I would
if it's a super flex, you don't. But yeah, have Julio, Waller. Want to make a trade? Who should I target? Okay. So you have Waller. I'd try to probably get a good solid wide receiver too for Waller personally. If you could pull off even like a Robert Woods, Tyler Boyd type, I would probably do that since you have Kittle. That's absolutely disgusting.
Yeah, they were bad.
On my first elbow. Oh, rip. Question is, roll. Do you think? I think McKinnon's gonna be fine. I think McKinnon's gonna get 15 plus touches at the minimum this week again. I mean, we saw last week when he was fully healthy.
I think between McKinnon and Edmonds, you'll have I wouldn't panic. Just get by with those guys until Eckler comes back.
Yeah, agreed. And Ronald Jones, decent run, 5 yards. We're gonna answer the last couple questions and get out of here. Okay, just those 4. Go snag up Giovanni Bernard. I saw Joe Mixon on the. Yeah, I mean, snag him up, but I wouldn't expect much because it's still a really hard matchup, personally. But yeah, definitely snag him up if you can get him for free. Laquan, yeah.
Broncos Patriots at 5 p.m.
Wow, I kind of like that, Loki. Mostert plays. McKinnon versus. If Mostert plays, give me Sanders over. Even if Mostert doesn't play, I'd still go with Sanders.
Yeah.
Is that Scotty? No, that was Evans. Okay. I just assumed Scotty because he's in my captain spot.
Robbie Anderson went undrafted.
Robbie Anderson got. Yeah, that's it. All my running backs: CMC, Eckler, McKinnon. Yeah, they look good.
Yeah.
All right. Leave your last couple questions and we'll head out of here. Okay. Have a good one, boys. Take care, Tyler. Excited for that little. Oh yeah, Bush. We have to ask you. Are you in for that NHL Dynasty draft?
Oh yeah, I'm in.
All right, dope. Just wanted to make sure. Perfect. Have Deshaun Watson? Should I be? He should turn it up, Richard. I'm not too worried about Deshaun. But that's it.
Deshaun Watson. I actually bought him. I traded DJ Moore for him, and I got the Bucs defense just as like an add-in. But I think Deshaun Watson's about to go nuclear without Bill O'Brien. At least I hope.
Agreed. And who's 85? Is that JoJo? Jaden Mickens. Oh, Jaden Mickens.
Shane Mickens.
Who was it he had? It was someone like JoJo or some name like that.
Bobo Wilson.
Bobo, that's it. JoJo Bobo.
His name is Jesus, eh? Bobo Wilson's his legal name is Jesus.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Great session always, boys. Nice seeing you again, Nicholas. Thanks, boys. Good luck. Appreciate that, Joseph. You as well. And Bush, yeah, you got to get on Owners League.
Okay. All right.
Or Owners Box. Something like that. I don't know. You were in that group chat with him. But
yes.
yeah. Anyways.